we're back. It's been a long time.
We just podcasted a couple of weeks ago.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess we could say that. We took quite a bit of a break. I guess a lot of things came up that had to do with us taking a break, but we're back and I'm excited to keep this going, and hopefully it'll be somewhat the same, but yeah, I don't know. We just had to take some time off. So that time is over. I know old episodes and stuff are no longer available, but maybe someday they will be. And until then, I guess we'll just keep making new ones.
Yes.
How have you felt about the time off?
Fine. I don't know. I guess I'm just lazy. I like doing things together, but then when it comes down to it, if it's like records me talking about my week or I sleep on the couch, sometimes sleeping on the couch just sounds nice. And by sleeping, I mean just being a couch potato.
Yeah, I guess when we're presented with the opportunity to just hang out, sometimes that takes over. So that's, I guess partly why we pushed ourselves to do this today, even though, like, I don't know, we could have said, let's do it tomorrow. And then
we always do that.
Yeah, and then we don't do it tomorrow. So, yeah, anyway, glad to be doing this again. This is one thing that I love. It's simple for me to do, but it's creative, and I get the ability to put things together, mix audio, mix video. I don't know. It just keeps me busy.
I don't even know how you do all of it. I mean, I watched like last night when you were putting that picture together. It looks so complicated. And I guess like if you're used to doing stuff like that, or you've done it enough that it's easier. But still, even when you're putting together these videos and stuff, it looks super complicated. Like, I don't even want to take the time to learn it. Like, I'm just...
I think that's fair. I mean, we all have our things, and like, I'll say, you've put effort into learning how to do makeup, and now you can do makeup really well. That's just an example. You know, it's just an example of like something that you wanted to find out how to do, so you looked up how to do it, and now you know what you're doing, and you can kind of play with it from there. I did the same thing. I mean, everyone's doing the same thing with hobbies or work or projects. We just did it with our treadmill. We had to fix the belt.
I fixed the treadmill.
Yeah, Kirsten lifted the heavy weight for sure, but yeah, just like...
Oh, that made me think. Sorry, this is like kind of skipping around, but yes, I see what you mean. Like you enjoy doing something, or it's something you have to do, so you might as well learn it. But the treadmill, when I was fixing it, I was like, I could be like that guy in the video, the YouTube video, and just go around and fix treadmills for people, because it was fun. We got really worked up about it the other night because it just, with the belt and... But like if you know what you're doing, it was actually really enjoyable. So maybe I should be a mechanic.
Yeah, projects, doing stuff with your hands feels good, but I mean, like the other night when we stopped doing it, yes, I was frustrated, but really we stopped because we had worked all day.
It was cold.
I just got home, and then we spent 2 hours doing that, and it's like, still want to have a little bit of time to just hang out at the end of the day. Yeah. So like, we could have spent another hour out there and actually fixed it that night, but it's hard. You just got to balance those things. But it's just an example of something that neither of us have any prior experience or knowledge doing, fixing treadmills.
Right.
But
now I know, so I can fix your treadmill.
Yeah. We just watched some YouTube videos and figured out how to do it the same way that I figured out how to edit videos and podcasts and stuff. So yeah, it's been good. And I guess the project that I did for Josh for the Christmas gift was like a much larger version of that. Like, this is, in the grand scheme of editing video or putting video and audio together, this is as easy as it gets. Because I just kind of line up tracks and then put it out. It's one ongoing thing. But when you start putting like clips together, then you've got to do that process, but like 20 times. So,
Yeah.
yeah, this at least is the easiest version of creating videos and stuff. But the project that I did for Josh was a fun exercise. It just definitely took a lot more time to do,
Mm-hmm.
which was, I guess, for most people listening who probably have no idea what I'm talking about. For Christmas, for my oldest brother, I got a VHS tape that was in my garage. My dad had dropped it off when he came out to visit like a couple of years ago, and I had a bunch of my stuff from childhood, karate gis and belts and
Mickey Mouse hands,
Mickey Mouse hands. Yeah, just a bunch of stuff
plush toys.
collected from my childhood. And then there were a couple of VHS tapes at the bottom of the bin, and there are still a few in there, but one of them was just titled Josh. So, I mean, I figured I had never seen it. I don't know where exactly it came from. I mean, somewhere in my dad's house, but it ended up with me. So, I found out that this camera store in town would transfer VHS tapes to DVD, and so I had that done, but they were backed up, so it took until mid-January to get that back. So I was a little late on the Christmas part of it, but it was cool because I don't have a VHS player, and even if we did, like, I don't know, seems like it could be a gamble even putting an old VHS that's just been in a garage for years into a VHS player. Who knows what would happen?
Ooh, that would be a fun hobby. Not really a hobby, but if we had a VHS player and we just like went around to random like garage sales and stuff and found old VHS things and just played them, like home videos of people's families and stuff.
Do you think people sell their home videos at garage sales?
You never know.
I really like these clothes, but do you have any home videos around?
I would like these.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it made a great gift. So we took the DVD that was given to us back from the store, and I put that in the computer, and then Kirsten and I watched the DVD together, and it turned out to be my oldest brother's second birthday. And so we watched that and we reacted to that, and I put a video together, and it's on our TTC Taking the Credit Clips channel, TTC Clips. So if you want to watch that, I just smashed that together, and that was like my gift to Josh, was the video, reacting to it, the process of it, and then of course I sent him a link in Google Drive to the whole 26-minute VHS. So I just took snippets from that we reacted to, and yeah, that's nice. I mean, we could even offer to do that for strangers.
Right.
Just kidding.
Put their videos together, like the whole process.
Yeah.
Like you walking into the store, like, here's this video.
Here's another one.
You wait like a month, 2 months basically before they give it back.
If we did that, we would definitely need to like get the gear to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
Because it costs $35 an hour, like to transfer an hour of tape. But I didn't know how much was on here. Anything less than an hour is still $35. So a 26-minute video costs $35 to transfer.
I thought you meant like an hour for them to do it. And I was like, oh no. My God, I bet that would be really expensive.
Oh, well, it is expensive in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, it's a good gift. I'm pleased with how that turned out. And I don't even know. It's been so long, even since I pulled this VHS. I gave it to them like first week of December. So it's been since then, since I've looked in the same bin that has the other VHS, and I don't even know what are on those. It would be cool to find out. I'll have to do it again.
Can you read far?
Around
6:30. You were right.
I was right.
I'm going to have to eat something beforehand or I'll die.
I mean, you can eat on this. By the way, just so you know, when I was getting stuff together,
Did you find a chip?
No, I found judge's robes and a gavel online.
Wait, what?
I didn't buy it, but hors d'oeuvres in the court.
Oh God.
So, yeah, I keep pitching this idea to Kirsten.
You've come up with a couple of ideas.
Yeah.
The knights and the
Knights
table.
at the round table, yeah. But I think this one
I would
be,
love to eat on podcasts. Just
Yeah.
spend time with me eating.
Yeah, I think people would like that too. So we should definitely do that. And it's very cheap. But that was my idea the other day. It just sounded funny in my
You'd
head.
want
And then I
to
thought,
dress up though too, like get like a little. What are they called? Gavel? Is that what you called it?
yeah, gavel and judge's robes, and then just eat pinwheels.
But could we get like the fancy judge, like
it comes
from,
with it.
like the fuzzy white?
That comes with it.
Oh wow, how much was it?
I didn't buy it yet, but it's $14 for the outfit for one of them.
Yeah, well, it's a really good purchase.
That is a good purchase.
Just for fun, even for Halloween. Like every single year, we'll just be that forever. Make the most
just
of
walk around with a gavel and the little coaster thing, and
it. Or I'll just smash your head with it.
don't do that. But yeah, we should definitely get those because that sounds like a wise investment. Good turnaround. A lot cheaper than armor if we wanted to do Knights at the Round Table.
Yeah, but you just wear gray clothes and paint your face gray like the Tin Man.
No, I don't want to paint my face for a
Yeah,
podcast. I'll put on a
good
wig.
enough.
I'll put on a wig.
We
We could even do that as a segment within our podcast. We could just like halfway through stop and put on our judges' robes and eat some food and
Just
then go
a
back
portion
to
of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and cook hors d'oeuvres beforehand, and then
Yes.
the oven ding, and I go get whatever we're
Nice.
cooking.
Potato salad from the deli.
Ugh, gross.
Ding.
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 And
Wontons.
pretend I made it. This is what I created.
I like the idea. That is something we're gonna
Wontons.
have to do.
Ooh, I'm so hungry.
Yeah. Me
I've
too.
only eaten rice cakes and like 3 potatoes, and I had a big ass coffee. Big butt coffee. Censor that out. I don't swear anymore.
Well,
PG 13.
Okay. Okay. Calm down. Yeah, you haven't eaten enough. What are you gonna have for dinner when we go out?
I don't know.
Cauliflower wings sound good.
It sounds disgusting.
Quesadilla sounds good.
That sounds all right. I
That
don't know.
might
My
be
head
what I do.
feels weird, I guess. I feel like I should take some Advil soon, maybe. Not yet. I can wait a little bit longer. Just kind of loopy in the head, but it makes things a little more fun.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what I'm going to eat, though. Maybe a cheeseburger. That always sounds good. I forget what's on their menu.
Yeah,
Now it makes me
basic
want to
stuff.
look it up.
Cheeseburger is not going to be as good there as it is at Five Guys Burgers and Fries.
That's
So,
debatable.
which has become one of our staples lately.
Yeah, they need to be on Grubhub, though.
That would be nice. Yeah, Five Guys. That's a good burger. Good
It is
fries.
a very good burger.
Sponsor us.
Sponsor us.
Yeah, I want burgers in the court.
all the time. Burgers in the court. That's good. Just eat burgers all the time while we're podcasting.
Yes. Burgers on a treadmill. We'll just record ourselves eating burgers while walking
On the treadmill. That sounds really complicated. I was so out of breath today just working out, and I kept thinking about like how out of breath I was, and I couldn't imagine eating while I was walking on a treadmill.
That needs to be Long's Peak.
Your Long's Peak.
It's a different place, kind of.
Oh,
But-
look, it's right here. Uh-huh. I
That's
don't
good.
know what I'm doing.
You
I'm
don't.
Eli.
You don't.
No, I found it. See?
I'm always happy. Isn't
Beer
that what
mania.
you were making fun of me
God,
for
what was
earlier?
I saying that was like sad? Oh yeah, there was some
Eli
comic.
likes everything.
Yeah.
Wee.
I should probably go grab some Advil really quick for real, or else I'm gonna get a migraine.
Do
but
it.
there's a cartoon, like I can't remember what the name of it was, but some lady that draws like sad cartoons
Oh, yeah.
on Facebook. Some random person shared one of them, and then I clicked on it, and it was like basically like the Grim Reaper guy telling the animals it's okay to go now, but like the animal stories were like super sad. So it was like a comic strip. And then like there's one with the dog, and the boy gets a dog, like a puppy for Christmas, and then they start talking crap to the dog, and then the dog gets tied up on a pole and like he dies, and the Grim Reaper shows up and the dog's like, where are my people? And so sad. The Grim Reaper is like, it's okay, you can go home now. And then like he takes him to some like kid in the hospital who's dying, and he's like, see, you can be happy. But then she shares like, you know, statistics like this many animals die because they're adopted out, blah blah blah, like bunnies and Easter and stuff. But it was very sad.
Bunnies and Easter?
That's just like an example, like people like buying rabbits on like for Easter because they think it's cute, and then they just end up letting them go and stuff because they actually don't want them.
I didn't know that was a
Yeah,
thing.
but
what?
That's like
bunnies at Easter.
Like there, I remember not long ago too, there was like an influx in like people buying huskies, but then not being able to take care of them because of that one show that everyone watched. But anyways,
what is that movie that you were talking about? That you were bummed that they made the remake with Willem Dafoe, but it's a different name. Balto.
Oh yeah, there's some. It wasn't Balto though. It was some other. I was gonna say a bad word.
Your mouth made a weird noise.
Oh, sorry. I know it sounded like a fart.
It sounded like you snored.
No, it was something weird. But anyways, yeah, those comics were real sad, and they made me cry. Like literally reading something that wasn't even real. I mean, realistically, these problems happen, but yeah, it was like, oh my God, I didn't realize someone's like words and writing and just little images could make me so sad.
Yeah, I refused.
I know. Yeah, you were like, yeah, it's not sad, blah, blah, blah. I'm so happy. But anyways, that's where that topic came up because you were like, I'm always happy. Look at me, so happy. But I think that you're secretly just kind of sad a little when I'm asleep. Like you save it and you don't like show me how sad you will be in the mornings when I'm asleep.
I don't think that's what happens. I'm pretty confident that's not how it works. But yeah. I'm not.
You just spend all your sad time alone. You don't let people see you be sad.
I disagree. I had such an awesome time this morning playing video games with friends. It's like, it's a real highlight. I enjoy it a lot.
Wait, can I see that?
Yeah. Ooh, spooky story time.
I was just saying that I'm a vampire. Where was I going to go with that though?
I don't know. You're telling me I'm sad, and you were talking about the sad stories and.
Oh yeah. I don't, and that's okay. This is kind of off topic and random, but I know you say that you don't like to be sad and you try to be optimistic and happy all the time.
True.
But I'm like the opposite. Like I feel like if something gets me down, I really just kind of
dwell on it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But see, how do you get to be such a happy person? I don't understand that. Like I'm very pessimistic and very
perspective.
But yeah, how do you change that though?
You work towards it, I guess. I mean,
Well, were you always super happy all the time, or did you get like super angry and wanting to fight everyone?
Oh, I've definitely gone through that.
I mean, I don't want to fight everyone. I want to choke everyone.
Yeah, I mean,
not everyone.
I would say until I moved from that small town into a bigger town, I got in a lot of fights. Like anytime anyone said something that upset me, I would get into a fight. But it's probably just part of getting older that doesn't happen as much, or just being in an area where like there are way more people and I don't know all of them, so who knows what could happen. I got into a couple of fights after I moved, and like, I don't know, but it pretty much ended. And like when I got to high school, I wasn't fighting anyone anymore, but I was definitely like not the nicest person. Took a while, and I mean, there's like part of that being immature, part of it being young, naive. I don't know. Just life is easy. What are you doing?
Is this okay?
No, put it back in there.
Why can't I hold it?
Because it's going to make noise from your hand touching it.
Just from my hand touching it? What if I'm not moving at all?
But still, I can hear it.
You can't.
Yeah, your skin is sweating on it, and I can hear that.
Stop. No, it's not. Are you joking? I like holding it like I'm giving an interview,
Okay.
like I'm a news reporter.
Okay.
Is this okay?
Sure. Yeah. I don't know. It takes so much energy to be upset, and like there is nothing in our lives that's worth getting upset about. So that's how I think of it.
That's fair.
Things are good. Like life doesn't suck.
I try to remind myself that, and like typically if I'm in a bad mood and then I'm just like, everything's fine. Like everything's fine. There's nothing wrong. I'm fine. Like I'm happy. It's like an overwhelming sense of happy, but it lasts so little. Like it's such a short like burst of like feeling happy, and then it like just kind of like flatlines. So it's like me like, and then it goes, and then.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's going to be like amped up happy all of the time, because that's just not realistic. But yeah, I don't know. I try to be in a good mood more than in a bad mood, because yeah, I just don't want to feel crappy. I don't want to experience sadness, so I don't read the cartoons that are negative, and I don't watch the
They're
news
not
where people are
negative.
dying.
They're making a difference. I don't watch the news either, though.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I choose wisely what I take in. Like, the only stuff I listen to is comedy, really. And I've always liked silly stuff. And that's another thing that we've talked about in the past, is like, I grew up with my brothers watching funny, silly, stupid movies. And you watch horror movies.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with like long term. I don't know. I watched a lot of movies, so
I did too.
yeah. So maybe that has something to do with it. But
I also think like this is random though, watching a lot of scary stuff as a child and being like I'm not saying my mom's fault or anything. Like obviously she probably didn't know we were watching all these scary movies or whatever, but like now after having like a childhood of watching scary movies and like being into the zombies and like the gross stuff and all of that, I almost feel like I'm more squeamish now. Like squeamish. Like I get more like I can't handle things as like gory or like blood drawing. Like when I was little and I had blood tests all the time, I was like, woo, take my blood. And like now it scares me. And yeah, I don't know. It's like maybe wait till you're a little bit older and then you're going to start feeling more morbid. Maybe it's just the opposite. Like I start off like being okay with it. And then maybe as I get older, I'll become more positive. And then you'll just kind of decline into angry all the time.
I don't think so. I think things would have to go really poorly for me to start feeling negative all the time. I mean, I've felt good, like happy. I mean, definitely I've had times where I haven't felt happy with myself, or like that I wasn't doing enough, or that I was like at one point in time I was far overweight or whatever. I haven't always been happy with myself, but getting to a place where I'm just happy with myself is kind of freeing. But also learning about it, like being in school and learning specifically about how my thoughts affect my feelings and behavior, just reinforces that like I should stay happy, because as soon as I start thinking otherwise, then I'm going to start feeling otherwise. And I don't want to feel anything but good and happy. Yeah. A little cognitive behavioral therapy for you.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yep. A little bing bong for you. A little some of that. A little 1-2. But maybe you feel more squeamish now because since we've been together, I haven't allowed you to watch that stuff as much, and you're watching King of the Hill and Workaholics and 90 Day Fiancé now because I'm with you.
I still watch scary movie. It's kind of like a fun thing I do. Like when, obviously I'm working during the day, and like when you get home, we watch something together unless you're playing games, and then maybe I'll watch a scary movie. But I feel like I got to be in the like right comfort zone and like in the right like headspace ready to watch a scary movie. So I still watch them. It's just like when I'm like ready. Like when I'm
Yeah.
feeling like that's the vibe, you know what I mean?
I just never feel like that's the vibe. I guess
Well.
that's the that's the one thing. But I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I don't ever claim to have all the answers. I just think that perspective is good. I've had way harder times in my life than I do now, and overall things are great. I love you. We've got our sweet pup who's staring at us, and our ears just turned like little cones, and that's
I know everything's fine, and it'll
Yeah.
even get better. Things are only going to go uphill. I don't think there's ever going to be anything crazy, at least for the next year or so, or however long. Maybe when we get old and like crippled and hobbling around, then we'll feel a little less fortunate. But
I don't know. A lot of those people feel even more fortunate.
really,
Yeah. I think for a lot of people, they chill out more when they're
I'm old.
older. No, you're not. I'm older than you. So yeah, I don't know.
I like King of the Hill though. So
Yeah, that was like one of the first things I got you as a gift. It's like a few of those
remember.
season DVDs,
And
which
crayons.
are now outdated. I got you like colored pencils. No, I didn't get you crayons. That was back when you were passionate about drawing
Yeah,
and
R.I.P.
art. Yeah,
Now I'm too lazy for that stuff.
passion is good. Hobbies are good. That's part of what makes people feel better. It's one of the
Having
most
hobbies.
important aspects of fighting depression. Yep.
I should learn how to knit. That would be fun. Just sit around and like knit little sweaters for Jude.
Set a goal. Accomplish that goal.
Fix treadmills.
Yeah. See how much better you felt when you did that? Like it was...
Yeah, I just wanted to rub it in your face mostly.
No, but you feel good doing it. Like now we have a treadmill that works because you did that. You didn't pay somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
Just got the parts, got it done. There are other things, you know?
I guess.
Did you feel better after cleaning yesterday? Might not be as rewarding.
Yes and no. I guess I know, like, when I clean, it's such a temporary thing. It gets so dirty in here anyways that it's like...
That's true.
I like a couple of weeks ago when I cleaned a bunch and like everything smelled like bleach and clean. I just kind of kept going and going and going. I couldn't stop. But last night I definitely sat in between like doing things. I was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know. I guess every now and then I get those little spurts of like wanting to clean. I don't know. But I mean,
yeah, I guess it's not as exciting.
But yes,
it
is a good feeling.
Accomplishment, yeah.
I enjoyed more replacing the shower curtain liner. That was rewarding, and buying a nice smelling candle. I was like, wow, it smells really good in here thanks to me.
Very
good. And it was so easy.
Yeah. Well, little things like that, I guess. I mean, and that's, if you notice, that's pretty much how I design my everyday. It's like
things that make you happy.
That and like stuff that even if it's a little hard, it's still something that I like and I want to get done. So like this photo challenge thing.
Yeah.
Not every day do I come home and I'm like, can't wait to take a picture because that's what I committed to. But I committed to it. And then once it's done and it's like out of the way, it feels so much better.
Yeah.
And I would feel worse if I walked by my camera every day and didn't use it.
That's true.
So I'm glad I found that. I mean, just going on Pinterest and looking up photo challenges.
Everything is on Pinterest.
I'm not going to dive into it much.
You should. It's great.
I look for some ideas. Like if I can't think of a photography idea for the challenge, I'll just look at that and then maybe I'll get some inspiration. But
makes me feel very self-conscious looking at Pinterest because everyone looks a certain way. At least if you're a girl, they definitely show you a lot of girly things.
Yeah, I've looked up like therapy ideas for groups on there, and I've looked up photography ideas, and that's it. So yeah, but I've been enjoying that for sure. And
Pinterest is for girls. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
well, whatever.
Maybe.
I don't really
I know,
use
I'm
it,
just
but it's
joking.
good to get ideas from and inspiration, and that's what I'm essentially talking about is
I know.
getting inspired to do something. So, yeah, I got the wonderful offer to take pictures for your half-sister's wedding in September because your older brother hooked it up, which was super nice. So I took pictures for that. With your help, you took pictures as well, and I guess I made the investment beforehand to get the camera that we're using to record this on because I wanted a better camera to record this podcast. So I got it, and then we stopped doing the podcast for a little while, and I didn't want this investment to go to waste. So I figured, well, it's a nicer camera than the one that I had before, so I may as well just go back to taking pictures because that's a much quicker process and individual goal setting thing. So
Yeah, like when you take pictures, it's fun.
yeah, I think that you've got a really creative mind for it too. So, I mean, I know we've talked about it before. I would love to show you
This
how
summer.
to use the camera, but at the same time, your phone can take incredible pictures. So even just focusing on like composition and taking pictures from different angles to make it look different than just an everyday photo.
Yeah.
It's really all you have to do with your phone to take like as good of pictures as this camera will. So
Can I make a simpler request?
sure.
Is there any way we can move that bright light right there? Because I keep staring at it and it's
Yeah.
hurting my head.
There we go.
Sorry, I just looked down a lot when we were recording, and I keep looking at it, and my vision is getting spottier.
Sorry.
No,
I
it's
know
okay.
it was kind of pointing, it was definitely pointing more towards you, but my apologies.
No, it's
I was
okay.
just messing with that. Earlier I had it in here, but it looked silly. So
You put it in
yeah, like
the
in here.
clock.
Yeah, I thought it might be cool to light it up, but it wasn't that cool.
Oh. Well, yeah, I realized I was staring at it as you were talking. I kept staring at it,
It's
and
like
then
the sun.
I was feeling kind of wobbly anyways, and then my eyes, like I was looking at you, but I couldn't even see your face because the lights were like all dotty in my eyes, and I was like, oh God.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess this is not related at all, but since we turned around and we're looking at this, I found out how to use that. I just need to get film for it, but it might be
Ooh.
cool to take a picture or two with that.
That does sound fun. Let's take
Get
pictures
some
with old cameras.
Film developed.
I took a photography class when I was in high school. That was fun. We had to you're in the dark room and you can use your hands on the thing and you take the film out and I don't remember, but
You could do it in the spare room in the basement for me.
no, you can't. There's too much light in there. I
We'll
guess if you
cover it
got
up.
something to cover it up, you could make it. And the light bulb is burnt out in there.
Blankets on the windows.
Someone left the light on. I don't know why, but anyways, the light bulb was burnt out. So it's perfect.
Yeah. We can start doing film. One thing that's pretty majorly different about this camera versus the camcorder that we used to use, which, I mean, there are a lot of major differences about that, but it's darker.
What is?
Like the picture is darker.
On this
So I have
camera?
yeah, just like when we're recording. But it's like an automatic thing that the camcorder did that this doesn't. So I'll just have to fix it later. And whoever's watching this probably doesn't realize that it's darker. And whoever's listening to this has no idea that it's dark at all. So
Yeah. Well, for the sake of my eyeballs, I'm glad we turned off that little light box there.
Of course.
I'm just still seeing like spotty. I don't know. Bleh.
Sorry.
That's okay.
But yeah.
You should just hold it up to your eyes for like 2 minutes straight.
No thanks.
For payback.
Yeah. So anyway, taking pictures has been fun. I'm glad that that's something that's been happening lately, and I'm actually really looking forward to the idea that I had for today's challenge, movement.
Yes, we're going to make a fire later. Is that right?
Yeah. I would like to, I mean, I'm curious to see how that turns out.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. But
yeah, I wanted to set up a fire last night, but then I got too lazy and I wanted to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, those are the options. Chill or work.
Yeah.
Do something.
Yeah, I like
chills.
making a fire in the house, like obviously fireplace, but it's also a lot of work. I feel like, even up at my mom's house, you put a log on and getting the fire going, that's pretty easy typically. But like when you get the fire going, you have to watch it and put a log on and another log. And a lot of times, like if we're both hanging out in the living room and like watching something together, that's one thing. But if you're playing games out here, it's like, well, I could play Tetris on my phone, or I could go sit in the bedroom and watch something different. And then it's like, what's the point of a fireplace at that point, or a fire?
Yeah. What are you going to do when Tetris is gone?
Kill myself. I'm just kidding. Sorry. No, when Tetris is gone, I'll probably look for another stupid game on my phone that is like addictive and somewhat similar. They've got a lot of those knockoff like brick game looking things, so maybe one of those will be fun. But I also wonder, I should look this up and find out why it's going away, because I swear maybe like a long time ago I had read something about Tetris, or maybe it was some other like Japanese game. I don't know where Tetris came from or who originated wherever, but maybe like they had rights for like the game, and then at some point like a different company bought it out. And then all of a sudden now, April 2020 is rolling around. So they're going to have to like lose the rights to it because some other company like bought them out a long time ago at a certain point. And now there was something, I can't remember. Obviously it probably wasn't Tetris, but there was some other company or something that's like, it's like ringing a bell, like something else that lost the rights to something. I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, I'll have to find something else. I'm very sad. It's a very sad day.
Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss.
It's probably why I couldn't find it the other day when it was like update.
I guess if it's if it ends up actually how you're saying, like some other company may have bought it out, then at least it's likely that there would be another
They might bring it back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to actually look it up right now. Let's see real quick. Why is why is Tetris going away? Why is Tetris app going away?
I gotta find out. Yeah, so she just got a message on her phone essentially saying that as of whatever, April 2020, they're
April 21st.
April 21st, 2020, they are removing the game from, like, it'll no longer be available.
So sad. I haven't played Tetris since I was a small child. I know a lot of people have been because it's like one of those first games or whatever. But
EA Sports.
Yeah, it says EA didn't give a reason for the decision to take the popular game off the mobile platforms, but it's likely due to licensing.
Yeah.
So I don't know what is that? That's kind of like owning the rights to it, or so.
Exactly what you said. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wonder what the solution will be to that.
I don't know.
Significant
so
issue.
Sad.
There's got to be a large population of people who like Tetris who are...
sure everyone's super angry.
Are you going to beat Candy Crush?
No, God, no. Those games look so stupid. Candy Crush and Farmville.
I got really far in Candy Crush.
Oh, good for you, nerd.
2012, maybe? 2013? It was a good year.
That was when everyone was sending the Candy Crush stuff out, and you're like, okay, I get it. You're playing a game.
Yeah.
Were you one of those people inviting people to play Candy Crush?
No.
That's good.
No.
Is that what it's Candy Crush, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You just play that. What is that game with the bing bong?
Brick?
Is that what it's called?
Brick Breaker, maybe?
No, like the one where you shoot the thing up and then...
Peggle.
Peggle, yeah.
Yeah.
What a weird word.
Shout out to Peggle.
I
Yeah.
like Peggle.
Now there's Peggle 2, and I got that on the PlayStation.
What?
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
you
you were
Yeah.
playing one time. I was like, why the hell are you playing this game on
saw
your
that.
PlayStation?
Yeah, I saw that Garrett had won some achievements on my PlayStation news feed on Peggle 2, and I was like, what, there's a Peggle 2? So I looked it up, and it was on sale for $3.50. So I said, yep, that's worth it. And I've gotten pretty far. Like, the only time I play it, which is, I mean, I don't play video games much right now, but yeah, it would be like if I got on in the morning and nobody else is playing anything, then I'll jump on Peggle and blow up some pegs. Yeah. It's fun. I highly suggest it. It's available on the phone as well, so check that out. Check it out.
I'm glad that you're not chewing into the microphone because even listening to it from here is very annoying.
That tastes good.
I know. I feel like I need to eat something more substantial, though. I'll definitely have a glass of milk. Ooh, maybe I'll cook some bacon. We have bacon.
Pre-dinner bacon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Then I think I would for sure have the cauliflower wings.
Yeah. Something lighter. I don't know. I just feel hungry. But I also haven't really eaten much in the last 2 days. Yesterday we had Wahoos, and that was all I ate yesterday, outside of like a piece of cheese. Then today...
A piece of cheese.
Yeah. What else did I have today? I had some rice cakes.
Mm-hmm.
Those are pretty minimal.
I offered you a
chips.
smoothie and you
I
turned
know.
it down.
I just changed my mind. It sounded like a smoothie didn't even sound good. But then when you made it, I was like, oh, wait, bananas and rice cakes. Like, I really like that combination because of the honey that your bosses gave you, which is really good. I know like the consistency of honey is supposed to be like more liquidy, but it's like the crystallized form. And I just put it on top of the rice cakes. It's so good.
Yeah. That's all natural backyard
I know.
honey.
I put so much on there too. That's why we're almost through it already. It's so good.
Yeah, it tasted really good. You gave me a couple of
Yeah,
bites from your
so good.
rice cakes.
Maybe I'll just make some
Yum.
more of those because that's pretty easy to do and very light, so I don't get full before dinner.
Yeah. It's a good option.
Yeah.
We still have 40 minutes to an hour and 20 minutes before.
We'll go get some
My
Powerball
friends get in
tickets and some cash.
Oh, wow.
Let's do that. That sounds good. Powerball.
That sounds like
Powerball.
a good
Oh, is
idea.
it 300? Let me Google it. Because what time do they do the drawing? Don't they do that? It might be too late, actually. Let me look.
I don't know. Kirsten told me earlier today that the Powerball winnings is like 300 something million.
Let's look. Powerball. Oh, is today the 22nd?
25th, I think.
Oh, you're right. Okay. I don't keep track of the days anymore. Powerball. 373 million. Oh, we still have 3 hours to go pick out some Powerball tickets. We should
When do
definitely
they
do
read
that.
them?
Powerball draw date. Well, in 3 hours from now. I don't know what time that is. It's like 3 hours and 35 minutes. So 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock. Does that make sense? Yeah. Lots of time.
Okay. Yep. It's not every day that we do that.
Yeah. No, we should start buying more like lottery tickets because then maybe we'll win someday.
Loose gambling. Yeah. Yeah, it's a crazy thing because, like, I don't know. It seems like a real waste of money. But,
yeah.
I mean, somebody has to win it.
I know. Could you imagine what you would do with that much money? I don't even know. I'd probably drown in it. I'd fill up a pool with dollars. Okay, this is just a random thought I had. But, you know, like in movies where someone's trapped somewhere and they're just pouring sand on them and, like, they can't get out. Like, it's just, like, fills up and all of a sudden they're like, ah, and then the sand covers them.
At the beach?
No, not at the beach. I just watched this movie. I can't remember what it's called. It was a scary movie. It had that girl from that one 90s movie or whatever. Anyways, she's in a glass box and the guy's like filling it with sand and it like gets all the way up to like her face and she's like gasping trying to get out of the sand. Can't you just stand on top of the sand as it fills up in a box?
Probably.
Yeah, so then like why do they just I really want to test this out someday. I want to be in an enclosure with the sand coming in and then I will show all of these fools you just need to get on top of the sand as it fills and you're fine.
What's the thing about quicksand? What makes it quicksand? Do you know?
No, quicksand I think that's like some sort of just like phrase for it. Quicksand. I think it's mostly more like a dirt sort of like it's watery because it like just sucks you in. I don't think there's
Is
like
it watery?
Yeah.
Is that it?
I'll Google it real quick since my phone is here still. But I'm pretty sure it's just like it's not actually, it's a colloid, is that the right word? Consisting of fine granular material, sand, silt, or clay, and water. So it's when the ground is loose, sand, saturated, suddenly agitated, water in the sand can't escape. It creates a liquefied soil. So it's like not actually like in, I think like the Mummy, there's scenes where they're falling through the sand or whatever, and it's, I don't know. I guess like some sand is probably very light. So like trying to stand on it, there's too much pressure. So you just kind of like slip into it. But I also just, the more you have in a box, it's just, it doesn't make sense to me. Just stand on it and you're not going to suffocate.
Yeah, if it's pouring down onto you, how do you stand on it? You just keep
wait.
Lifting your feet up,
Yes,
like
exactly.
marching in place.
Yep, there you go. That's why we should test it out.
That'd be so crazy to just like be locked in a cage like that and somebody starts dumping sand and you're like high stepping on top of it and they're like, oh crap.
Yeah.
Everyone else just stands there and eventually suffocates, but this person is doing high knees.
The way to do it is, there was a Saw movie where the people are trapped in like a giant thing, but it's filled with like corn kernels come down on them. And they're like, oh no, but they're like climbing on top of it, like, which seems more realistic. But then he starts throwing like tools and knives and stuff down at them. So they're in the silo. It's filling up with corn and like, here comes a knife. Like a flying axe or like a giant rock just come flying down at them. So if you really wanted to kill someone in a small enclosure, don't put things that they can climb on top of to get out. Throw sharp weapons at them.
I mean, it seems like there are way easier ways to just, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways.
Yeah. That's a good education. So just so you guys know, if you're ever trapped in an enclosure and somebody starts dumping sand on you, climb on it.
Just climb on it.
That's
Kirsten's fool.
Kirsten's health tip of the day.
Yeah, and drink lots of water.
Smart. Yeah, thank you for saying that. So the last time that we recorded was like before we left on our honeymoon. Is that pretty crazy?
No, we recorded when we got back.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Babe, I promise you we didn't.
You're crazy. We definitely did a podcast. We were sitting here and talking about the honeymoon and what we did on our honeymoon and like how we had pina coladas, spent a ton of money on pina coladas. Yes, you're losing it. You've got the CTE.
No, I don't have the CTE.
Yeah.
Actually, I was wondering about that the other day because I was somebody was talking about migraines, and I've only had like two or three migraines in my life, and they were all in high school, and I remember them vividly because I like they were ocular migraines where I would lose vision. And I remember I'd like come back from lunch. I think each time it happened, it would be right after lunch, and I would just terrible headache, and then I would start to lose vision, and I would put my head down for a long time, and then when I felt like there was a window where I could get up, I would go to the bathroom and puke, and then after I puked, I would generally feel better. And the first time it happened, it was really bad, and then somebody said caffeine helps, so like the next time...
Yes, pocket Skittles.
Well, the next time I drank some soda, and it did help, but I still had to throw up before I felt like better. And that hasn't happened since high school. So I wonder if I just don't remember getting hit in the head really hard in high school, and maybe it was like concussion versus ocular migraine, because my understanding is like if you get migraines, it's more of a regular occurrence. Like you get migraines, not like yes. I've had a migraine.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure, but maybe that happened. Maybe I do have CTE, and maybe instead of lashing out, it's given me the ability to be happy all the time.
That sounds wrong.
I don't know.
We should do a scan of our brains. That would be fun. And like, I wonder how expensive that would be to get like a brain scan and then to like find out what everything means in there. Because I've heard certain things put certain holes in your brain, and I wonder if my brain has holes.
I don't know. I should just see a doctor for a general checkup.
Yeah, shouldn't we all?
Instead of getting a brain
I know,
scan,
that
I
sounds
should
so
just go
cool.
see a
like
doctor.
put me in the CAT scan my brain. Let's find out what's going on in there.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
That sounds cool.
Maybe
That
mine
sounds
does
fun.
too, but
That's what I should do. I should scan people's brains for a living. That'd be pretty crazy. If I could go back and reverse everything that I've learned and done up until this point, I think I would be like some sort of doctor. It sounds pretty cool. Brain doctor. Because then, like when we were watching the show and they were like, the lady's holding the brain, you were like, ew. And I was like, cool.
you could still do that.
No, it's too late for
Set
me.
goals, achieve goals.
Well, the ultimate goal was to be an astronaut, but look, here I am, not even close. So
Not trying.
you're not trying.
Whoa. I never wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to be a
Not with that
firefighter.
attitude.
I should have done that.
Really?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
No.
Less school. More chilling with my boys.
Only if you had a Dalmatian, but I've heard that Dalmatians are aggressive.
So are German Shepherds sometimes, but they're anomalies. People say that about pit bulls,
And they
but
go
we know some
blind.
sweet pit bulls.
The Dalmatians have eye problems. They usually go blind.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't know
You don't
why those
see
got
many
associated
Dalmatians.
with. Nah, yeah.
I wonder if they're extinct, like getting there. That
I
breed.
think people know that they're like, people have heard that they're generally less friendly than they appear in the firefighter advertisement. So maybe people are less likely to get them at home.
What
but
about
there's the same thing
101
with pit bulls.
Dalmatians?
Where did all they go?
Where
Did
did
they go?
No, well, okay.
Didn't they have puppies?
Stop. No, I'm just saying that movie probably would have popularized them like at that time.
I
I
think
bet
it
a lot
did.
of people got a bunch of Dalmatians.
Yeah, I think it did.
I would adopt 100 of them.
People probably got Chihuahuas when Taco Bell was pumping
That's not a thing. No.
I bet it is.
Stop.
Google that.
We should.
Gordita Crunch. We should what?
Well, I was just thinking back to the other day when we were talking about having lots of land and lots of dogs running around.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was hard because we went to PetSmart or Petco.
PetSmart.
Yeah, whatever. One of them.
Pet
To get
Smart.
some stuff for our pup. And then as we came out, there was a van with a bunch of
Stacked cages.
full of good boys and girls, just scared pups and not
I
barking,
want them all.
no hair standing
They're
up.
better than our dog.
They
Behavior
were all chilling. And it was like, I don't know where they're going, but I want them to come home with me.
Just want to give them somewhere to play and run and not be scared and afraid.
Yeah. Except
that's
our
what I'm
dog would make them
saying.
scared and afraid.
Well, yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like the comics I was talking about, it's similar to that. All these dogs getting adopted or not getting adopted, and you're just so sad. It hurts.
Yeah. And
Like,
I don't want to feel that.
Ah.
If I could turn everything back and control it, and I could walk out of that store and not see a van there filled with dogs, I would choose that option.
I know. They were stacked too, like stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
Full of animals.
Wasn't fair.
I saw some video of like a Chinese guy riding around on a scooter and like darting like neighborhood dogs to take back to his restaurant and cook.
Jeez, that's a change
Yeah.
of pace.
I
Wow.
don't know if it was China, but yeah. Anyways, he went to jail.
Did he?
Well, yeah. I can't remember again like where it was. Somewhere in Asia where they like dog is like a delicacy, which is weird. But like this guy is going around and killing neighborhood dogs just to take back and cook.
See, and
So sad.
I would scroll right past that video.
Oh yeah. See, I watched it, just a little clip of it, and then I felt so sad.
My head is pure. Actually, there was one time where I made the mistake. This was a while ago. I watched this video, and I don't even want to repeat it because it triggers a trauma response.
Was this the one that you were telling me about?
Probably.
But you didn't tell me about it because you were like, I'm so sad.
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
I mean, it's like, yeah, there's just, I don't know. People do horrible things. And then like the worst part is that there are people who are like, shame on this person. And they share that video. And then I see it. And I'm like,
why do you have to share
yeah,
that?
just don't.
Bro?
Yeah. What am I going to do?
Make a difference.
Now I just have to
charity.
Yeah, I just have to suffer the consequences of watching something horrific.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I really don't even trust videos on
the internet,
Facebook anymore. I'll scroll right past, and then my YouTube news feed is curated for happiness. So
happiness.
I stick to that. Happiness and creativity.
And funny things.
Funny things, yep. Happiness through funny. It's ideal for me, watching the sillies.
Yes.
I mean, we've been watching a lot of Kill Tony lately because, I mean, we've watched a lot of it more than lately, but I guess we took a break and came back to it, and that show is good. It's just people going up and doing 60 seconds of stand-up and then getting made fun of. It's good, quality, silly stuff. Nothing traumatic there. No animals being hurt or people being hurt. So yeah, I don't know. Hey.
We have to go get our lottery tickets soon.
Yeah, we can do that. I guess we could do that now. May as well. Well, if we win the lottery tonight, there's a good chance
we won't tell you. You'll never hear from us
never
again.
hear from us again. Or on the contrary, you might hear from us way more, and that's just what we'll do is ridiculous hors d'oeuvres in the court.
Yeah, for fun. I don't know what else. I don't know. I think it's been like an hour. It's good timing.
Good enough. Yep. We had fun. Glad we're back. Try to do this every week. Bleh.
We'll get better at it, I think, if we just keep going. Today was fun. I liked the things we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
I was feeling a little blah. I still feel kind of blah. But sometimes it's like almost like a weird hysterical feeling. Just kind of like, I feel weird. So whatever. Like, I don't know.
Well, I hope that you feel better. I hope that food will help eventually when we get food. And I'm glad we're back. And thank you guys. If you're still here, thank you for watching and listening. Check it out on, I don't know, hopefully this will be up everywhere. And check out our Taking the Credit Clips, TTC Clips channel to watch that video that I made for Josh. And also White Guy Spanish Reviews. So anyway, we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.
Taking the credit.